Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And not a good time for the Stormers, who were hammered, if it must be said, by Ulster. 35 points to nil. Fun fact: the first time Ulster have actually beaten Stormers, and it was pretty substantial. 35 points to 5 was the final score over at the Kingspan Stadium. And whilst it was very much a second-string Stormers side, I was frustrated with that performance. And we're going to go through some of the stats and sort of show you why I was a bit frustrated with that Stormers performance. Because I understand they're missing a lot of players. All the box people are resting and stuff. But there were good players there. There were good players. And there were good moments in the game. There was a moment in the game where I felt they could have shifted it and just didn't. But before we break the game down, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. If you look at the sort of the breakdown of the game, it didn't go particularly well in the early stages as Ulster went bang in the 40th minute and bang in the 21st minute to go 14-0 up. And I thought Stormers just weren't at the races for those first 21 minutes. I thought the Ulster line speed, the attacking shape looked really good. The breakdown speed was very impressive. And then Stormers lost, they lost an early player in JJ Kotze in the third minute. And then they lost Evan Roos and Jean-Luc Duplessis. So losing your primary ball carrier and losing your pivot is a pretty big thing to happen. And but ironically, I thought that sort of period of 23 to about 36 minutes, it was about 13 minutes where I thought the Stormers were all over Ulster. They had finally found a way back into sort of their territory. They were playing well. They were getting opportunities. They won a penalty on the 5 metre. Marvin already called for a scrum, which I thought at the time was the right decision. And then they just couldn't really capitalise from it. And then, really frustratingly, Nick Timoney went over for a try in the 40th minute, which I don't think was a try. I think it was very quickly awarded. And I think it was a poor decision from the referee to award it and not go up to TMO. The TMO basically said, well, I can't actually see anything, so you're going to have to stick with your on-field decision, and I can't see where he would have seen a grounding. So it was a bit frustrating because I felt Stormers had a momentum, and that kind of sort of just halted it all and shifted everything back to Ulster. But the important thing for the Stormers was that they had played well for about 15 minutes, and if they had started well, you can get back into a game. You score 2 early tries, get yourself back within. But unfortunately, the first try went to Jeffrey Tumaga Allen, who was actually the man of the match. He had an absolute storm of a game. Excuse the pun. And he went over in the 45th minute. But shithousery threw a young dummy out as well, just for good measure. Nathan Doak adding the extras, and 28-0, you feel like the game is done. Another try in the 56th minute as Michael Lowry went over, 33-0, 35-0. And finally, a consolation try in the 76th minute from the Stormers. And to sum up the evening, Kate Hollerton missing the conversion. So if we look at the possession in the first half, 58% for Ulster, 42% for the Stormers, and 58% the territory matching it up there. Second half, Stormers had far more possession, far more territory, but I just didn't really feel that their decision making I thought was poor. I thought there were times where they had overlaps, there were times where they had better options, but they weren't making the right decisions, which is very uncharacteristic for a Stormers side, who tend to make very good decisions at key moments in terms of their attacking shape. Lots of running in the game. 26 defenders beaten by Ulster, 20 by the Stormers, but far more clean breaks by Ulster. More gain line carries by the Stormers, actually. Also, it's pretty similar. 5 turnovers. Dwayne Vermeulen responsible for about 2 or 3 of them. I thought he had a really good game. So good news there from a South African fan perspective. Ulster kicking more out of hand. If we look at the tackles made, Ulster making 163 of 185 tackles at 88%. Stormers, on the other hand, making 122 of 148 tackles, missing 26. Tackle success rate of 82%. Ulster with 100% ruck success rate. The breakdown was impressive. They had quick ball all the time. They were really good there. Lineouts were a problem. Andrew Hugo Fenter missed 3, and Stormers missed 3, so less than 80% for lineouts, not good enough. Ulster also missing 2. Scrums are pretty solid. Whoever had the feed basically had the advantage. I think 1 scrum penalty for Ulster. Look at penalties conceded, 7 apiece, so not a massive amount of penalties. There was a yellow card to Jason Dixon. I thought actually played quite well. I thought that was a little bit harsh, but I can see why it was awarded. If you look at good performers from the Stormers, it's difficult. I thought that Vidar Engelbrecht was quite busy. 11 carries, 15 tackles. I thought Marcel Tennyson, 17 carries, 11 tackles. I thought he was very industrious. But apart from that, I don't think too many players you can really sort of leave and say, I did my bit. I thought Ben Jason Dixon was very good in the defence, as usual. But if we look at the Ulster players, I thought Stuart Moore and James Hume had an absolute field day. Stuart Moore, 55 metres gained, 4 defenders beaten, 2 clean breaks, a try assist. 9 tackles made, a couple of missed. James Hume, 67 meters gained, 7 defenders beat, try assists, 2 clean breaks, 4 passes, 10 tackles, just 1. I thought the Ulster centers were, for me, incredibly impressive. Dwayne Vermeulen, let's see what his game was like. 13 tackles by the veteran, not a single one missed. 3 turnovers, by the way, and also made 2 carries. So Dwayne Thor looked proper tonight. But a frustrating game for Stormers, and I thought they could have gotten something out of the game had they capitalized on the momentum when they had it. But I want to know what you think about the game down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Stephen, and I'll chat to you soon.